Finally got in a Medford area. I had a tractor trailer, a big 18-wheeler type truck, semi-truck. The trailer had popped off the back of the truck and tilted sideways or whatever, rolled over, and then I'm surprised the truck itself didn't even get pitched off this. It's not really a cliff, but it's more like a ravine or some shit like that. Pretty steep drop off, at least. Not sure how the guy kept from going onward, but every time I go back home, of all things, and I just can't even call it home, because home's supposed to be where the heart is, and I don't know where that is right now. But I get a lot of anxiety, and when I start getting within, once I start getting here into Medford, that's when I start feeling that anxiety build up. And then, yeah, just going in that house, I get so much fucking anxiety, and I pretty much have to run through the house I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like I can't be there, and I have to run through as fast as I can. And I'm getting old and fat. I start to lose my breath a little bit there. No. But I'm just trying to keep myself mentally distracted. Trying. Because, yeah, as I get closer, I can't guarantee anything. It's not going to be easy. Going home, I get so much anxiety going home. And I mean, yeah, I'm hoping they return that stuff. I just know I don't want to be that kind of asshole, but I can't be walked on anymore like that. I'm tired of being lied to, and tired of being cheated on, and I'm tired of people stealing from me. It gets to a point I have to be able to start speaking up more often and standing up for myself in these situations, instead of just being a pussy about it. There was a time I wasn't afraid to step up into anything when it came down to it. I wasn't afraid to defend myself or do anything like that. That was a long time ago. I had the confidence, and it's more to it than just confidence, of course, but it's just, I grew tired of the bullshit. I grew tired of the bullying. I grew the hate, all that. It's all the hate and the shit talking that really broke me down. And the fact that it was being done by people I genuinely cared about. So it's what can you do? It's come from people that I don't ever want to hurt or have any reason to want to. It's just, I'm tired of hearing how it's always my game and everything like that, but I'm not the one who's been pulling all this shit. And the moment I start to speak up or defend myself, I get made out like I'm crazy or stupid or just what have you. And learning from my doctor that these are types of defenses from narcissistic people, that they want it to be your fault, so that way anytime you try to speak out or speak up, they got people thinking you're fucking nuts or crazy. Trust me, my roller coaster of emotions right now has been enough for me to go, I'm fucking crazy. I just know the closer I get, it's getting more nerve-wracking. So oops, I'm going to show you. So, where is it? Out there, it's hard to see, I think. But that's where my house is out there on the other side of the mountain there. You might see Mount McLaughlin peeking over. But that's where I've got to go. That's where my house is. And I'm about an hour away. And I started hating that house a while ago when all that was happening is just all this shit. all the shit talking, the demonization, the just being there alone all the fucking time, and just wanting to feel like I was actually wanted and was important. And I've been trying to mask up a bit with a lot of this stuff. I've been trying to just process this and just trying to do this right on the aspect that I'm trying to keep from having any more meltdowns, because it's embarrassing and it's humiliating, and I don't like the fact that there's nothing I can do about it. When it happens, and it's always when I'm overwhelmed and my anxiety is going out the roof. I did make sure I had my Mr. Bear with me. So at least I have one friend that, at least lets me know that I'm important and wanted. No, I've got other good friends out there that have always been supported through everything, even when I haven't been able to talk to them and all that at different moments in time and all that. They've always watched my social media, obviously. I have some friends that will watch my social media and check on me quite frequently, and others that would be on there, but they understood the situation, and we didn't really converse much, but they'd see everything that was going on, and even on both sides at one point. And I think one of my friends ended up getting blocked by that person because of that. Which, whatever. My sister's still important to me. See, for me, when I was growing up, I was pretty much growing up an only child. I had two older brothers, and there's a decade difference between us. And so they were gone before I was even done with, like, the 5th grade, 4th or 5th grade. So, well, pretty much the 4th grade. Yeah. About 4th grade. But, so some of my friends ended up becoming my siblings. It's like my brother Jess, I talk about quite frequently, who I miss a lot. He was very much not just my best friend, he was very much my brother. So I mean, it's just how it is. There's people, it's like, once I see you basically as a sibling, that's who you are. You're my sibling, you're my family, and my love for you and my loyalties to you are the same as if you were my actual brother or sister, or just in general my family. Because growing up, I've said this in previous vids, I didn't really have a clue what real family was until I got around my friend Nate's family. And then, for most part, even Mikey's family, down to how they function when, parents separate. They still find a way to make sure that things work. They communicate, they co-parent, they do all that stuff. But just driving by a construction site, but yeah, road construction. But I've had to learn from watching other people my whole life, like what not to do, my best on figuring out what not to do and what to do type thing. When I hit my teen years and rebelled and all that shit during that time, oh, trust me, I knowingly was, at times there was doing some stupid shit. There was things that I did that I knew I shouldn't have done. It's what every teenager does. It doesn't make it okay. We just have to learn from it and not repeat it. I don't hate that person, and I don't hate my kids. I just wish they would stop hating me. I miss them all very much, but at this point, because that person is already with someone else, I have to treat it the same way as I did with my marriage. And now that I know, it's just, I don't go back to that stuff. I don't deal with cheating. and I don't spend any time in my relationship finding someone to have interest in and treating my relationship like it's a backup, because then I can't, I did that. I can, it doesn't make sense. And then to wonder why the relationship fails. It just doesn't make sense. See, we're getting closer. So where that mountain is, my home's just on the other side of that to the right. But here by the end of the month, I won't get to see it anymore. And it's because I'm not willing to take that risk of being hurt again by that person, and them deciding one day that, I miss them again and I want to be back home with them again, and then come back and then leave again. And it's just, I can't do that. I can't do that anymore. And the fact that cheating has been involved. See, the last time she left me, when she threw me in jail and all that shit for all that bullshit and the stuff I didn't do, I was afraid to talk to her again then. I was afraid to see her again then. I got anxiety from hell. And I still loved her. And at that time, I want to say a couple months it started passing by and into the third month and all that stuff. I was starting to, by that point, by the time she decided she wanted to pop back around and try to, she really pushed on my emotions and my soft spot. It didn't take her much, because I love her. And that's what makes her dangerous to me. And it's not just that. It's all the other shit. And I just don't want to go over all that shit anymore right now. I think I've said it enough over the last several videos. I was about ready to move on then. I came really close to moving on then. Because I was already, as is, living in fear of her, because I knew that from that point on, that's what she was going to do to me. It was going to be the new control factor, the new fear factor. And that's what it was. So I had constant fears of being left, never being good enough, always being a piece of shit, losing more and more people every day from the constant demonization that was going on behind my back and the defamation. Being financially exploited and drained all that time. What could you do? And even when you tried to get help, everybody just didn't believe you. So what could I do in that situation? It's like there was nowhere I could turn to. Even after all this crap happened, there was nowhere I could turn to. And it was only a few people that tried to help, but the only thing they could do to advise, because of she did some really bad damage. And even if right now she might be trying to be civil, which I don't know how that is even possible right now, where she's concerned, because at this point I don't know her to be civil at all. Manipulative, exploitive, a liar, a cheat, yes. You notice I'm getting closer to home and I'm getting more panic. So you're seeing my anxiety build up right now, and I'm supposed to be here till Tuesday, but I'm gonna probably try and leave tomorrow. Long enough to just get what I can, get my shop cleaned out, get pictures done on the house and the property so I can send them to the buyers. And head home, and then just do the packing and loading the pod thing next weekend, because I've got a lot of anxiety, and the closer I get to this place, it's just really breaking into me. But But I'm just trying to move forward and be done with this. I know I've got some healing to do. I've got a lot of trust issues too that has been bubbling up because this person has a history of doing certain things, and so it kind of triggered that slight paranoia that I do worry that she's not. I do have that part of me that's worried that she's not out swindling a friend to be vengeful again, because she did it to me before. First a friend and then a family member. So it's like, that's why the house had to be sold, so I can get as far away as possible. Just being 50 miles or 60 miles from Klamath itself right now, it's fucking freaking me out. But no, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out right now. I've got to try and focus on driving, and I got to try and get through tonight and hopefully get things done fast enough tomorrow that I can get out, and then I just deal with the packing and loading next weekend when I get the pod thing there. Because yeah, I'm as strong as I'm trying to be, I'm not gonna be okay. I'm just kind of leaving it in God's hands on this, and I'm just trying to get through this shit. It's like anytime I get close to this place, I'm getting so much anxiety. So yeah, take care, guys, and I hope you had a great Father's Day today, and you guys got to enjoy your time with your kids and your families, or at least got to speak with them. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Late.